everybody, and welcome back to the SithDominion.com podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Dana Martin. With me tonight, I have Zane and I have Andre Whaley. How are you guys doing this evening?
Yeah,
awesome. Good.
Here,
yes,
so.
I know we were late. That was my fault because I was playing some music from my past.
No, Dana took a nap and he forgot to wake me up.
Oh my goodness, what a week. It has been a crazy week. I don't think I'd talked to my son in over a week, and that was true because he was
sad. Zane,
I've been practicing a lot. We've been doing like 6 to 7 hours a day. Not even joking.
Sorry,
There were a couple days we'd show up at like noon and we didn't leave until 7 or 8 o'clock.
That's right, Spooky. Just got it today.
Yeah.
So.
It's a lot of practice. And yes, Spooky, you called it. I asked him, I was like, is that natural? Because man, if I had
it is. My hair has a natural kind of
straight.
My hair has a bit of a natural curl to it. This just kind of enhanced it. So
what's the goal? What are you going for? Suave and debonair? Are you going for some, what are you going to do?
I thought it'd be cool to perm my hair. We'll see how it turns out. Thank you for this worth speech and for listening. And so, no. But the nice thing also too is it's not permanent. Like it's permanent for this hair, but like it'll eventually grow out and then it won't be as curly. So it's not like I'm gonna have curly hair like this for the rest of my life. And this is the tightest it'll be for this curl because I just got it today. It'll loosen up a bit. So
that's crazy. I'm trying to. Yeah. Awesome.
I gotta play with my hair now. Well, hold on. Let me rephrase that. I gotta experiment with my hair now. Because what if I go bald and then I can't?
Yeah, that's a real thing.
Or Zane,
I grew my hair out long. I never did the perm. I did dye it, and I'm glad because we're losing hair, man. We're losing it. Well, Zane and his sister cause a lot of that hair falling out. Zane, I like your new background.
Thank you. I thought I'd go more accurate for this show.
Oh. Whoa! Look who just showed up. The U.S. government
disliker. Wow. Can I just hold up before you say anything? Can I just
for what? Whatever.
Everything.
Hey, Spooky's trying to solicit your help.
Hit me up.
Cam, welcome to the show.
Apologies for my tardiness.
No worries. We were just going into detail. I haven't had a discussion about hair in a long time, and I wasn't going to say anything. I was just going to let someone else call it out. And yeah, Andrew's sporting the do, man. I'm digging it. It's not. What was the dude from Saved by the Bell? It's not to that level, right? You're not gonna have like that.
Oh, I'm not gonna be.
Hair.
No,
he's too young. He doesn't understand that reference.
I do. I watch Saved by the Bell.
Look, all defensive. I'm old enough. I saw it.
I love it. I think it looks beautiful.
Thank you. Oops.
Heck yeah, dude.
Maybe for Halloween.
Oh, gosh. Hell yeah.
No, I just thought it'd be fun to do, and
might as well. You got time now.
Yeah, why not?
While you have it.
Looks beautiful, bro.
My goodness.
See,
right.
One supporter in Cam. Dana over here is like, you look ugly, dude. So
I didn't say what.
Get off my show.
I'm the one that noticed it in pre-show. Straight.
Oh, Andy's gone.
Bring
I just like to give it up for Andre Whaley over here. He was a great guest. Love to have him on next time. Honestly.
What a guy, bro.
Zane and his stupid ass soundboard got us hit with copyright warning again because of the disco he did it when he came on. The Star Wars disco apparently is still under copyright, and you cannot play more.
I love it, dude.
I gotta wait another 40 years, 50 years.
I don't know, whatever.
I thought it was like
70
6 or
years,
7 months.
On what?
I thought it was like 6 or 7 months.
It has to be over 100.
I thought it was 75, but I guess I'm wrong.
That's so lame that they do that.
Whatever it is, it's still. Yeah. Before we get into anything, could I just talk about this week in football? We're a bunch of guys.
Yes.
We like football.
In
I
football,
love football.
Let's go.
Texans showing up 30-6. And sorry, let me rephrase that. Texans defense showing up to the game.
But
I don't know where their offense was, but their defense scored 2 of those touchdowns.
how bittersweet was it that Aaron Rodgers' last pass was a touchdown? Not to a Steelers receiver, but it was a touchdown. So
It was a touchdown. That was
You know,
so
Zane,
Come
sad.
back one more year because that's how his season ended and his career would have ended like that.
He's washed. I mean,
yeah,
it kind of sucks because he
I
was
know.
holding the Packers together for
like
so
a
long,
baby.
but he's washed.
I love
He's
me
not
some
like
Aaron
Brady. He
Rodgers,
can't just
man.
come out of retirement and just win
Yeah.
a Super Bowl or at least
How
make it to the
about-
Super Bowl.
how about the Packers and Eagles losing, Zane? That made my day. That made
Dude,
my
agree.
that makes me so happy. I mean, I'm
agree.
already calling it. You're going to hear it here. It's going to be Pats v. Seahawks.
rematch.
That's just what
of
it is.
the
I
wanna see the
2014
rematch.
Super Bowl,
I
think
have
it was.
no idea. I actually avoid any other NFC team.
I
Except
don't
for-
know, man. If the Rams can somehow
I mean, I
pull
want him.
up, pull
I love
up to
Stafford.
Seattle and hang in there, I think they might have a chance. But I think the Rams have quite possibly the worst special teams group in the NFL. Like,
Oh, 100%.
like it is so bad. I think that's the only downside to their team.
I mean, isn't Aubrey under contract? Just quick sign him up for these last couple of games. That's all you
I
need.
know.
That's all you
I
need.
know.
Do a little
Quick
loan.
70-yarder.
Let Bro get a ring, or the guy
Yeah.
on the Jaguars. Man, that dude's got a freaking
Dude.
Yeah,
cannon.
get Cam Little.
Yeah.
I mean, MVP kicker this year is always between them.
I think the Pats are going, but I wouldn't put it past Josh Allen.
What about
Just
the Broncos?
absolutely willing.
What about the
to-
Texans, guys? Come on, let's not have them out there. Just because they're going against the Pats next week doesn't mean anything. Okay, they got this in the
Let me
bag.
throw this at
They-
y'all. Let me throw
They
this
do
at
have
y'all.
they do
Bills.
have another worldly defense though.
They do.
What about dude? Look at Josh Allen though with the Bills. He doesn't have Burrow, Mahomes, or Lamar Jackson in the playoffs. If he doesn't make the Super Bowl, gonna have to have a discussion about him.
I don't know. He
Not just
has
Allen, but the Bills.
he has a chance next year though, because I mean Mahomes will still be out. Lamar don't know what his
True.
head coaching situation is going to be like. Burrow might be
That's
retired.
fair.
There's no way Burrow retiring.
I mean,
He's not that old. He just
Yeah,
graduated 2019.
but he's checked, bro. He plays for
Yeah.
the Bengals.
Lions
It's like
And
it's
His
like
first season or two, they made it to the Super Bowl.
the only
His
worst thing
first year, yeah.
probably be playing in hell. That would probably be the only thing worse than playing for the Bengals.
The Browns.
No.
I think the Bengals have them beat.
I don't know.
How-
it
how
would be
is
cool
Zach
to see
Taylor
him
not
somewhere
fired?
else.
How did Zach Taylor not get fired?
Because it's
It
too
is
cheap
what
to
it
go
is.
pay for anybody else, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to see Josh Allen get him one. It'd be nice to see Superman get one, but I think he just has to do way too much. And I think the Pats
Yeah.
and
Well, you got Drake May over there.
yeah,
You know? And honestly, he made me like the Pats this year. He really did.
That's
I wasn't.
Yeah.
I used to hate him, obviously, because of Brady.
I like Mike Vrabel. He's a
But-
good dude. If I
Yeah.
played football, I'd want to play for Mike Vrabel.
Mm.
He was a hell of a player. Good
Mhm.
team
Yeah.
captain, team leader. Hutball. Hell yeah.
Just anybody but the Bears, because Ben Johnson is just absolutely insufferable.
well,
Bears
not
beat the
just him,
Packers.
but you know,
For the first
That
time in
That Packers game was crazy.
It was
Yeah.
insane.
That was the first
Green
time
Bay
they
was
made it
up
back to the
15
playoffs in,
points
like,
for a
100
while.
years.
I've never
Yeah.
seen a team play not to lose more than the Packers did during that playoff game.
It was great, though. It was great to see. How many times has Jordan Love tried to have his Aaron Rodgers moment and they lose a game because he tries to yeet the ball down the field and
Yeet the ball.
throws an interception?
You know
No,
what? He's doing better than Aaron Rodgers right now. So
he eats the ball every time he throws, bro. He's like a good
Yeah.
mix of Favre and Rodgers.
yeah, he's not like an amazing QB, but he's there. I mean, he's pretty mid, a little better than most.
How about
I
Jalen Hurts?
Jalen Hurts.
It's awful, dude.
Yeah, no.
Saquon had the Madden curse this year.
Free
Oh,
AJ Brown, man.
Was he on the cover?
Yeah, he was on the cover for this most recent Madden.
Oh,
and he
jeez.
went.
Yeah, that's a real thing, man.
It
Never
actually is
before
kinda
have
crazy.
I rooted for the 49ers, and never again will I.
Oh, I know, dude.
But
It hurt.
for that one game,
I'll take it. Yeah.
yeah. Dude, I was in like Instagram and there was like a post about it, and it was, okay, Cowboys fans, who are you going for? The Eagles or the 49ers?
Oh,
and-
the Niners.
Dude,
Absolutely.
all the
not
Cowboys
rooting for the
fans are
Birds,
saying
bro.
49ers, and the 49ers fans are like, oh, we're your rivals. We don't want you. And it's like,
Dude,
pick a better rival. We have the Eagles.
We're not rooting for the
Yeah.
Birds, bro. I will literally
No.
just not watch the game.
They're like the third
Yeah.
wheel rival. I don't know what they're thinking.
they're terrible.
Yeah.
We haven't been
I will
rivals
admit, you
in
couldn't-
30 years, bro. We have not
Exactly.
been rivals with the 49ers in my lifetime.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I grew up hating the Birds at all costs.
Amen.
Anything but the Eagles.
The
Anybody.
Birds
Oh, I know.
and Washington.
Yeah,
And for
but,
me,
I mean-
it goes Eagles, Packers, Washington because they've kind of fallen off a bit.
Yeah.
Niners, Giants. I mean, I know they beat us last week, but come on, weren't really playing. So, you know,
And then the Cowboys, because we also hate them too, but it's really just Jerry Jones.
right?
Yeah. As a Cowboys fan, I hate the Cowboys.
Facts, bro. I hate what the Cowboys do to me, man.
Every year. Every
Right.
year.
I remember when I was a kid, man. Man, we lost on Sunday Night Football, man. That ride to school with Pops in the morning was tough, bro.
Same, dude.
I would
And now,
I would hear it every Sunday.
and now,
Dude, I gotta
now-
tell you,
now, bro just doesn't care. He sends me texts during the game, laughing, bro.
in
When
2015,
Zane was
when the
really
Cowboys-
tiny. Like, God, you
Like
were
when
like,
you used to drive me to school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
if there was a football game on that I had interest in, the kids would go upstairs into their rooms or the playroom because I might get a little loud at nobody but the television.
Just a
And
little bit, bro.
there
A
may
little.
be obscenities coming out of my face.
I didn't even know the obscenities. I mean, I could hear it through the walls, all the way upstairs,
Dang.
all the way down the hall into my room. Like, I'm pretty sure I'd be in my little closet area and I'd still hear it. I get it now. Totally get it.
dude, I gotta
the
tell you,
first drive
Especially with
when
Romo.
A&M played A&M played Florida, the very first game that they were in the SEC in 2012, and they're marching down the field, just running all over Florida, and I'm screaming and hollering. And the touchdown, Ben Molina takes the handoff from Johnny and lowers his head and runs over two guys to get into the end zone. I'm screaming, yeah, mother, love that shit, mother. Like, I'm losing my shit. Nobody else in the house, in this room, in the living area but me.
Cares.
I get a little worked up about football. So, and it's not uncommon for me to stand the entire second half of a game. Really interested.
Bro's
And
in
it's
his
like
not
own
recliners
living room.
still out.
Game goes
Just standing
7
in front of it like,
overtime. To be
I remember
exciting.
that game. I remember that. That was a
Oh my
crazy
God.
game.
I was hoarse.
I don't even care that I was rooting for LSU. I don't even care because it was
Bro's
such a good
in
game.
his living room,
You know who
standing
does care?
full stance, bro.
I care that you were rooting for LSU. So
Yikes, bro, got
Dude.
booted, man.
Wow, someone cared so much about a game that they won.
Dude, I gotta tell you, one of
see.
the worst Cowboy games I've experienced was the
Stan.
Desmond Catch It.
Oh, dude.
Because all my teachers at school at the time, they were from Wisconsin, so they were all Packers fans. And I told them that Friday, I said, we're gonna beat you. So that Monday was not fun.
Well,
The
technically,
cheeseheads were cheeseheading, bro.
technically, it was a catch.
He did catch it.
Whatever.
So.
He did catch it.
He did catch it. Even by today's rules, he caught it. So
yeah,
and he still.
I just like to say, for all the Packers fans who hates on the Cowboys, you tied with us.
Yes.
Now that means more to me than it does to you.
Yeah,
but you tied with us. So if we're so bad, you're right there.
Yeah, our defense sucks. And guess what? You only played one more game than us anyway. So
exactly.
Yeah, you gotta love the TU fans. Magically, all of a sudden, it's see, we should be in the national championship because we beat A&M and they got beat with University.
Y'all lost. That's all I'll say.
Like, maybe Miami was a little better than what everyone gave them credit for.
Dude, Miami missed 4 field goals.
They actually put up against the Aggies.
I think we were just that buns, bro. And the wind was 30 miles an hour.
The wind was 30
Miami missed
miles.
4 field goals. Miami missed 4 field goals. James Madison went up to Eugene, Oregon, and put up 34. Y'all had home field advantage.
I do want to say I have just a completely different take on the whole Aggie football situation. I think it was an actual embarrassment. Those last 2 games of the season, both at TU and at Kyle Field, and everyone from the head coach to the players, Marcel renting out sections at Northgate the night before, first ever home playoff game for A&M. I mean, it's an absolute embarrassment, absolute clown show, and like the most disappointing 11-2 season ever. I mean, would we have rather have been 9-4?
Okay, thank you. I was waiting for the 8 to fall out of your mouth.
Well, no, we'd rather have like 10-3 or 9-4, and we go play like a,
good bowl game,
14 or 14 versus 16 or 18 bowl game or something, and then we well, at least you got a bowl win, but I mean, it's an absolute embarrassment, and I hope next season we come back better, but I don't know. I don't know if we have the right guy running the ship, and I would like to think so, but I think,
I'd like to think so too, but as we all know, culture doesn't change in a year or 2 years.
And I also, not to cut you off, but I don't like the fact I saw a lot of people on TexAgs and Facebook and talking with people at work like, oh, I mean, these guys want to win, and, they're just kids, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, these guys get paid now.
Yeah.
So so if my quarterback for my college team makes $500,000 or $1 million a year to play football for my college program, I can criticize them because they receive compensation for their services now. So you don't get to have your cake and eat it too. You don't get to cry like, well, man, I'm just a 19-year-old. I'm like, well, you're a 19-year-old and you're driving and parking in a West Campus garage and you're driving a $120,000 sports car.
And Marcel Reed even got an extension. He signed
And so, I mean, I'm going to criticize you because that's what we do. It's what we literally just did like 5 minutes ago with the pro players. Like you're being
pro now.
Yeah, you're being compensated for your services. If you don't show up on Saturday, I'm going to criticize you and call you.
I saw something today that showed the top
rookies.
10 payouts, and I think 5-something million is what the top quarterback is getting, top player in NIL money. $5 million for a kid.
Pretty sure Arch was getting like
he's
4.5.
But maybe it was 4.5. He was number 1. Arch Manning was number 1.
Yeah, Arch
that is depressing.
He's taking a pay cut, and then the quarterback from Cincinnati that's going to Tech, he's got like he's signed like a $5 million.
Dude, Tech has got crazy bread, bro.
Oh, money, man. Oh, my.
Crazy bread.
Roster didn't score a single point in the playoffs. And Indiana went and absolutely murdered Oregon.
That was weird. But
Well, they got
honestly,
like, I mean, I love seeing the memes where it's like all the dudes on Indiana. Some of them have played like one guy played with like Trevor Lawrence like a few years ago. Another guy was like they're saying like everybody's old, so they're beating up on 19-year-olds. But I just love the whole Kurt Signetti. Like I got a bunch of 3-star guys that have been in here for 6 years, and we're gonna pull up to your stadium and just take your soul.
Right. Man, there's a lot of difference in 18 versus 22, man. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
yeah, there is.
Jeez, man. Hell yeah.
I love me some Indiana, man. They just go there and just they just take the life out of every team they play, bro.
I hope they run over Miami. I hope it's not even close.
I'm kind of mixed. Like I'd love for it to be a good game, but I mean, I just don't see any way how Miami competes with them. Like, I just think they might get boat raced.
You never know.
Oh,
They've surprised us before.
They're in the national championship for a reason.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, I don't think anyone but Miami fans picked Miami to beat A&M.
And they're in Miami too, right?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Oh,
so I mean, they got that going for them.
Dude, the ticket prices are insane.
Yeah.
They were showing for just like an average good seat, it's like $25,000 for one ticket.
$25K.
Yeah,
Criminal, man.
And
Criminal.
And it was like for a suite, it was like $1 million for a suite for one game.
Oh, looks like Arch Manning can just go there.
I know.
I mean, I feel Dana would help us with the cost with
his +1.
Yeah.
Dana, buy us a suite, bro, and ride it off, dude.
Ride it off.
Look at all those tax you can save.
For how
free money.
Free
money.
Just open up a daycare center.
A Leering Center. It's a Leering Center.
A Leering Center.
The TSD Leering Center, bro.
Oh my God, that's criminal. Speaking of criminal, that's a great segue. Tonight I wanted to talk a little bit about the legend characters. Legend characters being defined as those who were in the original trilogy or a part of that original story from episode 4 to episode 6. And we keep joking about Palpatine somehow, right? And that's a good example of a legend character was brought back in today's movie cinema. Do we like the legend character being brought back? Do we like it in this way? Or what would we have done different? And we've talked about this specific example quite a bit, but we haven't really talked about Han. And they brought him back and then just wiped him. And of course, there is the quote from Dana where I'm like, "You killed him in the stupidest way."
Killed Han Solo in the stupidest way, man.
Yeah. Where I'm so pissed off.
Damn it. Sorry. Just
so that's kind of where I wanted to take the show tonight. Talk about some of these characters that they have already brought back, but then what are some other characters that they could or should? And when we talk about Han Solo, he got his own movie. So when I say a legacy character that they bring back, I mean, they've put him back onto the big screen. So that's what I wanted to talk about tonight. And I'll throw the first one out there, Leia. I want to talk about Leia because I feel like I was real excited to see her back on the screen, but I was not excited to see what they did with her. And that's probably because of Legends, where they had her as the Chancellor of the New Republic. They had her work. She was a Jedi. Just several other things that contradicted what I grew up with or aged with in her story. And so I do like the idea of bringing her back because I feel as if she would be a part of another resistance rebellion, because she does stand for in her heart what's best and what's right and what's good. But I didn't like her being a general straight away. Yes, I know that's how she came up through the ranks late in the rebellion. She was general. But I just didn't feel like that was the Leia that would have been seasoned through being a chancellor and being those things. So again, it didn't align with what I had envisioned for her. And so, no, I didn't like what they did with her. Was I glad they brought her back? Yes, but I didn't like what they did. I would have made her a little softer, just because of how she would have experienced these other things. But I guess the divorce and whatever with Han or whatever that was may have hardened. I don't know. We didn't get a lot of that backstory. So Leia's our first example. Did you like her? Did you want to see her in something else? And how did you like what they did? Would you have done it different?
So I'm gonna ring out some points here. Be the devil's advocate, some would say.
Ooh.
Maybe some stuff y'all could build off of or build against. I'm not gonna answer any of those questions, or maybe I will, because I had this already in my head. Leia. So all we know about Leia, well, we know a little bit, but everything we know is post the New Republic, right? We know barely anything. We might have heard one or two things in Ahsoka whenever it touches on it, but we really don't see her career inside of that New Republic area. And so I think it's kind of bad to discount that experience, you know?
Mhm.
I think there's still so much to be told of that story that could change your mind. But moving on to the sequels, I think that fit her in a weird way. Because yes, she was this and this back then in Legends, but this is another view that I see as totally plausible. It feels like something that her mom would have done. You know, she was still a general like she was in the original Rebel Alliance. She was still very political in that region, still focused on all this stuff. I just think with all that she had going on as a character, I think it was still as faithful as they could be. They still showed her becoming a Jedi in, is that Rise of Skywalker?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they had to find her lightsaber. And again, that story is still open. There's still so much to be told there. We still don't know anything about her and Han's relationship pre and post Ben Solo. So as a character, I don't think they did her a lot of justice to kind of give her the same feeling as you got from her in Legends, but I still think they did a really good job, except for that one scene where she's Mary Poppins.
So, sidebar, I watched Rise of Skywalker again in this last week, and I also watched I'm almost done with The Last Jedi. Like, I'm working backwards. And I just got done with the Poppins scene, and I think that's probably why I started with Leia today. It just drove me nuts, man. All right. Who else got something for Leia? You like her?
Are you, bro?
Nice.
I mean, what were the questions again? Because I forgot after Zane talked.
I mean, did you want to see her again? Did you like what they did? What would you have done different?
I liked seeing her back. I think it's when you're doing like a sequel trilogy or a legacy trilogy-esque, I think it's cool if you haven't already ended legacy character stories to do that. I would have liked more. I feel like we didn't get a lot really of Han or Leia at all, as compared. And I know we were following Luke more, but yeah, I think because not everyone reads the books or the comics or everything, all the legend stuff where you can get more stories and background with Leia. As far as what they did, I just don't think we got enough. I think it's kind of hard to gauge, for me at least, because I mean, in Force Awakens, we see her, a little bit throughout with Rey and Han, and then she's Mary Poppins in The Last Jedi, and then she dies in Rise. So it's like, I wouldn't say I mean, very disappointed, and I think they could have done more, and I think they still can. I think you can get Billie Lourd if she's interested to play Leia young.
Mm-hmm.
maybe fill in some of those gaps. And I'm sure there are books that fill in the gaps and stuff that I just don't know about. But I think you take a risk when you bring legacy characters back. But when you see these legacy sequels that are done, 20, 30 years after the fact, you're taking a risk, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I mean, you look at like the most recent Matrix movie, didn't work at all. But then you have a Top Gun Maverick.
Which is
you take that risk, and there you go. And sometimes it pays off and sometimes it doesn't. And so I just don't think it paid off, not just with Leia, but Han, and I'll even throw Luke in there. So
yeah, is there room for we'll touch on this a little bit now before we get to you, Cam. Is there room for a Leia future side movie like what they did with Han, where you get more? It doesn't have to be the origin story of how we got Han Solo. It's maybe
even when she's a general,
one of those bits in between, right?
Yeah.
Is there room for that? Would there be fan interest in
great? I don't know, because Solo was great, and obviously,
I mean, they gave us some Leia backstory in Kenobi.
Right.
Sorry, that
dude. I shared a reel with Cam the other day.
It was mid.
She's 5 years old, and those guards can't outrun her. Like, come on, she's 5.
She has the Force with her.
True.
I am one with the Force. The Force is with me.
I think that was too young. I mean, I know what they were doing with Kenobi, but give us something with her a little bit. And nothing, I just want to make it clear, nothing against the actress that played Leia. I think she did a good job as Leia. It was more on the writing of the show. Give us older Leia. Give even around the same timeline as like how old Solo is. Like give us when she's a general, or even when Ben is young, when she's a mom. Like that'd be cool to see. I definitely would go see that. So
Leia just should have never been in that show to begin with.
Yeah.
Personally.
Maybe Leia decides to put on the gold bikini again later, after a mom. Like,
I mean, I just feel like if they even just did a fraction of what's in the Kenobi book, we get an infinitely better show than
100%.
I feel like if they were gonna do it, they would have took some influence, I guess, from that book, and then the rise of Darth Vader. If you're gonna,
it's a good book.
You can take bits and pieces from that and kind of give you a good show. Because I always found it really shocking with, not to get off subject, but I always found it real shocking with how much they beat legacy characters down nowadays. And I feel like you almost could have done that with Kenobi, but it's cool because you get to see how he comes out of it. And I think, unfortunately, we haven't gotten to see that. And I mean, we're not really going to be able to see it because, Carrie Fisher's no longer living. But
yeah,
I think for me, that obviously I was not super thrilled even after rewatching them recently, the direction they took any of the big three, and it just almost feels kind of disappointing because I was thinking before we got on the show, like what series or show has handled legacy characters really well recently, and I think it's pretty rare of who's done it really well. But I'm always going to be down to see more Leia. I really don't want them to do any CGI face stuff. Like, just recast. Like, the problem with the Han Solo thing is nobody wants to admit really why the movie failed, and so it kind of really got it. The movie and actors and characters in the movie really are just getting punched in the teeth for no reason, and it's Disney's entire fault. Because I mean, it's after The Last Jedi. And then you put it between Deadpool and then
Endgame?
Endgame, or was it there was an Infinity War?
It would have been Infinity War. It was 2018.
Yeah, and I mean, the fan base is fractured after The Last Jedi, regardless of what anybody wants to admit, or maybe not fractured yet, but very, very bad taste in their mouth. And then, I still think Solo's a fun time. Is it the best movie? No, yeah. I know it. I know it had, production hell, when you have multiple people being on it, but so did Rogue One, and Rogue One was the best Disney Star Wars project, nice. outside of Andor season 2, but no, I mean, there's redemption for any of these legacy characters, and there's redemption, I think, if you give it the right story. There's not any current characters in Star Wars that cannot be given a good story, because there's just so much you can do with the world and so much you can do with the characters. And I think if they actually give the right people the right, keys to the kingdom, I think we can actually get some good stuff and maybe bring some people back. And I think you start that with, this new thrawn stuff that they're trying to do with, after Return of the Jedi and before Force Awakens.
So let's take a sidebar here. There is risk. We've talked about it before. You mentioned it too, Andrew, but not wanting to pay fan service, right? Like, I get that. I'm going to bring back this character just because. Darth Vader is one of the most iconic, well-recognized worldwide villains ever. That's so, yeah, you can bring him back, but how do you bring him back? I thought that was okay. He went and Kylo went and got the mask, and that's kind of how you brought him into the lore of the new movies, right? I'm okay with that.
That was good.
But that in and of itself was risky. That especially someone like me who has a car that has Vader on his license plate, that was risky for the fan base. And does it become more risk reward and people making decisions based on risk instead of storytelling? That may, I don't know. I'm throwing that out there for you guys, that maybe they're not taking risks with old characters. And I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, because killing off Han Solo straight away, that was risky.
Well, I mean, we all know he didn't want to do more.
Yes.
And I think they did take a lot of risk with the sequels and how they handled those characters. And from my point of view, they saw it. They saw the backlash and have tried to remain very separated from it. That's why we have the Acolyte, which is a bunch of new characters, except for Ki-Adi-Mundi. Don't know why.
Whatever. Yeah, let's not.
And the little thing of Plagueis. That's why we have Skeleton Crew.
Yaddle at the end.
I do like Yaddle.
Was that Yaddle or Yoda?
That was Yoda. He's a rage Yoda.
I know. It's just a joke.
Oh, are you messing with me? Okay.
I mean, if you want to talk about Yaddle, Yaddle was amazing in Tales of the Jedi. Yeah.
Soundboard. Anyway. Oh my gosh. Oh my God, take it away from him. Anyway.
I want a hot dog real bad.
Okay. Anyways, you were saying.
Ew.
Way to derail the show. We just went from 6 to 4. Okay. So I saw you blink. So yeah, I think that risk reward thing is a problem for them, and their direction or directive perhaps was, we will just kill them off get rid of them and move on to new characters. And we've seen that, and that's fine. I think we've talked about that on the show. This is fine. Do that. Give us a good story with these characters and make us want to know these characters. But yeah.
I think like I mean I know the big struggle that you have is when, you know, how do you introduce a new group of characters to your audience and get them to care about these new characters? And while obviously you're in a time period where your legacy characters are still here. And I know I know in Star Wars Theory videos he talked about that was a big thing George, you know, was having a struggle with when he was writing his sequels. And, you know, I do think they took a little bit of, I do know he had, you know, there was going to be some of the stuff that does happen to the legacy characters. I think loosely George had those were some of his original ideas to a certain extent, I think. But I think it's just I think the biggest problem that you have is when, you know, if you take all the expanded stuff out of it and you just take the 3 movies that we had and there's nothing in between those, no expanded material, no legends, no nothing. The characters that you get from Return of the Jedi to The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, because Luke's really not in The Force Awakens, they're completely different characters. It's like you've almost reset them back to zero, and there's nothing getting us to that point. So yeah, then it's like, well, now, you know, you have people like, you know, all of us who have ties to name X character, you know, and it's kind of disheartening because it's like, well, I mean, that's part of the reason I'm here. Yeah, I'm interested to see your take on Star Wars, but I want you to, you know, pay homage to this character that I'm, you know, really enjoy. I mean, it would be no different if, you know, in episode 10 of whatever Rey movie they're going to do, if Rey gets, you know, beat down by someone who's never wielded a lightsaber before, and then we're going to be like, well, she was literally probably one of the most powerful people in the universe in the last movie we saw her in, and now she's she's cranky and grumpy and there's nothing getting us there, you know? And so it's just like, at that point, if you don't know what you're going to do, or you don't feel confident that you can pay, you know, homage to your legacy characters that are really getting people in seats, then just don't, you know, don't have them in there. Go to a different period of time. Don't try to finish this, you know, don't try to finish the story that's after Return of the Jedi. We're 200 years in the future, right? You know, Master Skywalker who rebuilt the Jedi Order, and now there's, you know, 500 Jedi across the galaxy, and there's 200 Sith or evil people, you know, like, I mean, leave it up to ambiguity, and then, you know, you can kind of fill in the gaps there. But there's a way to do it, and we've seen it done before, but I mean, you don't just get to like take these characters that there's a whole trilogy of their growth and then you reset them back at square one, essentially. And they just, because they just feel like they don't feel like the same people. Any of them. The only time Han feels like Han is in episode 9 when he's talking to Ben on the ship. Yeah. You know? Like that's the Han we should have seen. Luke in episode 9 feels like, you know, I mean, they truthfully, shockingly, the only time they feel, to me, any resemblance of the people that they were in Return of the Jedi is in episode 9. To me.
Yeah.
What about the sacred Jedi texts?
Well, yeah, I do think there's some. I do think there's tidbits of the Yoda stuff with Luke and Last Jedi that does to me kind of. I do like that scene. As someone who's not the biggest fan of the movie as a whole, I do enjoy that scene. So,
and I think it's definitely a big risk bringing characters back like that. And I agree with what you said, Cam. If you're not confident in your story, don't bring it back. I mean, that's why I gave some of the examples of the other legacy examples, like The Matrix. Warner Brothers was like, "You're gonna make a movie. We don't care about the script or whatever," and it showed. But then Top Gun Maverick, Tom Cruise was like, "No, I want to do this. We're gonna do it right." Even the first Ghostbusters legacy sequel, Afterlife, dude, that movie's great. They did a great job of bringing the characters back while introducing new characters and letting them then take over the story. That's what you got to do. By the end of the story, whether it's the first movie, second movie with the legacy characters, have them hand it off to the new characters. But when you just kill them all off before maybe being able to fully hand it off to the new characters, I think it kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth. And I think they tried to do that, but with all the stuff that went on, it doesn't fully show. Leia kind of did it with Rey a bit, but
Han did it with Rey a little bit too. You know,
Yeah.
offering her a job, you know, and bringing her on
Right.
board, and very
Yeah.
Han thing to do at the end of that. That's
I
who
just
we
don't
kind
think
of knew Han
execution
to
was
become.
necessarily the best. You know,
So you get that opportunity to see transition or handing of the baton, so to
Yeah.
speak, right? We didn't see that in much at all.
Yeah.
And so and to your point then, to the both of you, if you're going to set this thing so close to what we know as the time period for these characters, and that we know them so well, even just taking canon 3 movies, then you need to have some sort of why and transitioning into the story, and so we can care about these new characters and not forget, but understand they're not a part of this new story going forward. Or set that shit 150, 200 years in the future and make it a bullet point. Master Skywalker did this. Awesome. We're good. We're happy as fans. We know that this was his end, or this was his big opus, and we move on to the new characters.
I mean, can you imagine the money they would have made for Force Awakens? And they already made a shitload of money for Force Awakens. Can you imagine the money they would have made if there is Han, Leia, Luke, Chewie, I don't know, maybe even Lando. You don't even need Lando, but if you have Han, Leia, Luke, and Chewie on the Falcon, just one image of them on the Falcon.
You just have that image on the movie poster.
Yeah,
you're packing it. You're selling it out every night.
I mean, that movie would have been in theaters for 4 months because people would have been backed up to see it. You know, but when you can't even, when the creators can't even get that core moment right, how are we expecting them to get the rest of the moments right? Like, what if in The Force Awakens we get a 5 to 10 minute scene of, you know, oh shit, Han and Leia aren't together anymore. What happened? You know, we don't even get a flashback. We don't really know, you know, what's going on with Ben, you know, how he got to this point. You know, you don't even get to see Luke react to hearing that his best friend who was killed by his student, and the whole reason that Ben's even in this situation is because of Luke. We don't even get to see that moment, you know. And Rise, Leia does what she does to get Han to somehow project Han to talk to, I don't know, whatever it is, right? To Ben, you know. I mean, there's just so many moments where you kind of get to give the characters their due and get us, at least provide us with some examples to how we're at this point, instead of like, oh, it just happens off screen. Like the Stranger Things guys are telling us everything happens now.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
I mean, they had GPT tabs open.
Yeah, and I mean, like, instead of
written the finale all the way through,
instead of giving us the Finn and Rose storyline, what if, you know, Rey sees Luke multiple times before, and, you know, she gets Ben's side of the story, and then she gets Luke's side of the story. That's a perfect opportunity to give us another 5-10 minute, see through of not just Luke peering into his memories, but maybe you give us a scene of where Luke's training Ben with the other Jedi students, and we get to see him on Ossus, and we get to see the Academy. You're given that sort of fan servicey stuff, even though we know it fails. But then Luke's training Ben on something, and then he's seeing that dark side potential and all that stuff, and then he's like, I don't know if I really like that. And you're still giving us something, and then you're giving us not only the fan servicey moment of seeing some people's heroes realizing, holy crap, he did have an academy. It's not the Legends one, but who cares? Like, I get to see Luke, training younglings and all that. But then it's like we're getting the Ben backstory too. But instead we're on some random planet watching Finn and Rose do something dumb, and it's just like, it's
just for it to not matter in the next episode.
Exactly. And all it is literally 5 to 10 minutes. Like, I think a movie that does it great, fan servicey wise, is No Way Home.
Yeah.
You get Tom Holland's, Spider-Man grieving on this, tower or whatever after what happens with Goblin and all that. And then both Toby and Andrew come down, and they're giving us tidbits of how they're at where they're at, like Andrew's Spider-Man talking about, how he dealt with after, Gwen's death. But he's like, I stopped pulling my punches and I got rageful and all that stuff. And you're like, oh wow, like, but they're giving us something.
Yeah.
But they're not. But it's to build up the new guy,
Yeah.
And
it makes sense with the story. It's not just over the top exposition, and it's not unnecessary plot.
Yeah.
And it works so that if new people were watching, like if there was someone that never watched Tobey and Andrew Spider-Man, they can understand their characters. And then us, we just sit there and we go, oh man, you know what I mean? Like that's good.
Yeah, because then you have this new generation who's getting to see their Spider-Man, and you're hitting all the different generations of people that are there, but you're still pushing this new one into the forefront.
You're making it okay for Toby fans to like Tom Holland.
Yeah.
And you're making it okay for Andrew fans to like Tom Holland. When you pull in all of those different actors in that weird versy way, it works the way they did it. You're right, because they were transitioning and handing that baton right off. It makes a lot of sense.
The one I don't even want to say bad thing that came from No Way Home, and it's not even No Way Home's fault, is it did the multiverse stuff so well that then like everything turned into multiversal things, and it became this thing where
even Star Wars,
it became an excuse to kill someone off as a character because they can come back as a different version. And I know that's in the comics and whatever, but it got to a point where it was just like, okay, this is just a fallback. It's a failsafe,
The title for Doctor Strange 2 made so much more sense. The Multiverse of Madness.
Yes.
They really need, and I think they could do it. I think the Hunt for Ben Solo would be very much bold and would be, clearly there's a good story behind there. You brought in my opinion, if you can bring Palpatine back, you can pretty much bring anybody back at this point,
except Uncle Ben.
Yeah, Uncle Ben's never coming back. But you can bring if you can bring Palpatine back, you can bring anybody back. And I've been rewatching Rebels, and I told Woods the other night, I was like, man, I would like to see the sequels get their Clone Wars, their Rebel. I know they tried with Resistance, but it was just, it's not really the same. But
it was a kid show through and through.
Yeah, but like, Rebels and Clone Wars find their way, and it's some of the best Star Wars storytelling. And I think there would be nothing better for the sequels and their characters' legacy and future than to get their Clone Wars. And there's a way to do it, and they just need to go all in, try a season, figure it out. If you can,
what do you have to lose?
Why not?
Yeah, like on the off chance you get more people in the Star Wars. Your fans sat through the Acolyte. They could probably sit through a 15 episode Clone Wars season 7 animation of, I don't even know. I don't even know what you could do.
Ray training Finn.
Yeah, something. Give it to us. Like, it's not going to cost you as much as the Acolyte, and it's a win. And okay, if it stinks after one season, like, we just don't do it again. Like,
I think that is a great transition, because we've been on this exact topic for like 40 minutes. Move to one of the best adaptations, one of the best introductions into a legacy character. I think Thrawn
wasn't a legacy character. He was not in the first 3 movies.
You said, and I quote from anything before, from Legends, and Thrawn counts as Legends. You know what he did in the very first episode of season 3 Rebels? It's at the very end. This guy, he comes in. He's like, they're all talking about what's happening in this episode. It's at the very end. They're talking about how they think there might be one unified rebel group, not just small little pockets. And Thrawn enters just right at the very end, like, that's what I want them to think. I want them to think that we don't think that there's one group. And then he goes on to this long exposition about all what the rebels are doing here, and here, and how they all connect in this weird spider web. It's amazing. And even if you discount animated shows, you just want live action. Ahsoka, for what it's worth, Ahsoka introduced Thrawn in a really great way. In that episode, I don't remember which one it was, all it is, you see all of the stormtroopers, you see Commander Enoch or whatever, and then you just see walking with legions of stormtroopers, just this guy walking. And at the very end, it finally turns to his face, and it's this soft-spoken voice, so calculated. I think Thrawn was a character that they introduced really well. And even then, he was really good in Ahsoka. He was probably one of the best parts in the entire show. In Rebels, he was easily the second best part of season 3 and 4. Best part being Kanan.
Oh, hell yeah.
I agree.
But yeah, I think that was a really great way. They did a lot of justice to that character. I love the voice actor they got for him. You got both Mickelson brothers now in Star Wars.
Yep.
And even then, like, they have with the books. If you read books, if you don't, you don't. But if you read the books, he feels, so much more of a complete character. But the flaws are there. I know he's flawless, but the flaws are there in a good way. They did a really good job at him. I think he is the best example, in my opinion, of a character from Legends that moved into canon. It wasn't exactly the same, and it doesn't need to be. But what they did with him, they took the central idea of Thrawn, this very smart, strategic guy, soft-spoken, knows what he's talking about, and they just adapted it. still a different story, different people altogether, except for Rook or whatever his name is. That was cool that they brought him back. But yeah, that's what you need to do, you know.
Did you like Thrawn? Cam?
Yeah. No, I love it. I mean, I think it's very hard to, you know, never seeing him and just reading the Heir to the Empire trilogy or even the new books. You know, I think he is. I would agree with saying he's one of the probably the best transition from Legends to current canon character that we've had, and I still don't think they've used him even remotely enough.
Yeah,
I will say it does help that Timothy Zahn, well, one is continuing to write about him in canon, but I'm assuming I don't want to look this up. I'm just gonna headcanon it and say that he was like back there helping them out with Thrawn when writing the script and everything.
consulting. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I read that somewhere too.
Mm-hmm.
I'd ask Andrew. I don't see. I don't know. He's gone.
He's BRB'd.
He BRB'd. Oh,
Yeah.
Mm. Oh.
Camera's in the way. Let's talk about Solo real quick. He had his own movie, and I need to rewatch it. I rewatched it a couple years ago for the point of TSD early on. I need to rewatch it again, because I've had a new. I mean, I'm still pissed about how they killed him off, but
you killed Han Solo in the stupidest way, man.
Yeah, that. So, I need to watch that again, but I do know that he was okay, you know, received okay, but you can only do so much, and you're directed to do things a certain way, et cetera, et cetera. We talk that all the time. And there were moments that I liked Han Solo in the sequels. Do I think he was necessary? I mean, because you made it about Kylo Ren, it may have been necessary to have him. The way that you had him, I would have done it differently. I would have absolutely been. He would have never. He never would have been that separated from his son. I mean, he befriended Chewie and never left his side. The moment he hooked up with Leia, hooked up just even on the rescue mission, rarely were they seen apart. Same with Luke. This goes back to what Cam says all the time about Luke Skywalker. Never would have abandoned his friends. You never would have seen Han just out cruising again by himself. Even in the Legends stuff, yes, him and Chewie would do whatever on their own, but come back. They weren't just cut off from the rest of the team. And to your point earlier, Cam, it feels like they just wanted to quickly let the past die, kill it all really fast, as quick as possible, change these characters and move along. And that does not help the character lore and legend grow or mythos grow. You just kill it, and it doesn't
alienate your fan base, bro. It alienates your fan base.
It does.
I mean, like it, love it, or hate it. You know, there's people that feel very strongly about characters, and that's okay. That's what fandom is. It's been that way for forever in anything, you know, and when you and it's becoming a lot more prevalent now with how expensive it is to just, you know, go to the cinema, buy toys, buy video games, buy whatever, you know, when there's nothing worse than paying, you know, $25, you know, there's nothing worse than paying your hard-earned money going to something and you almost feel, I guess, attacked, or you feel
obligated,
not not, like what are we doing type deal, and I think that's how a lot of people felt with the sequels. There's a lot of people that saw the OT in theaters, or there's a lot of younger parents that watch the sequels in theaters, and we're big Star Wars fans, and now they have young kids and they're wanting to go see it, and they're like, what have they done to these characters? And it only got worse,
Mm-hmm.
and but you don't it's very much become like, with Star Wars especially, like, let the past die. But it's like, no, like, you don't have to do that. There's still ways that you can pay homage to these characters and these stories, and still do the new thing you're wanting to do.
Like, did you have to shoehorn Lando Calrissian into the, like, I felt that was just there because, and I didn't like it. I love Lando. He's one of my favorite characters, but not like this.
No. It was weird because I think it was a cut scene, and then they explain it in the book that whatever ex-stormtrooper that was on whatever planet that was actually his daughter that got kidnapped as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a whole thing.
Soros.
I don't know. I feel like there would have been a whole better way to implement that. Santa? I'm just thinking the way. Imagine this, right? No Han Solo. Han Solo doesn't show up till maybe the last movie, and that's in the exact way he did. What if, instead of Luke turning on Kylo as the catalyst for everything, what if Han died in a mission that maybe Luke could have saved him from?
Yeah.
That leaves maybe Chewie with Lando back at the Millennium Falcon. That brings Lando back into it, and maybe a cooler role, right? That takes Han Solo out of those two movies completely, basically, right? Gives Kylo, in my opinion, a way better reason to turn. Not just because, Luke saw a bad vision and now, it's more like, you could have saved my dad. And then at the very end, he still shows up in episode 9, saves him. He's like, you don't have to do this. I think that would have been a way better thing. And then you could have Lando looking for his kid as another subplot. I don't know. Be interesting.
The Lando kid stories, like, for all intents and purposes, that I've read that book, Shadow of the Sith. I mean, it's entertaining. Like, it has some cool moments in it. It's some cool stuff with Lando and Luke, why they're on that planet and why Lando's there, looking for his daughter or whatever. But Disney especially has they've decided they're going to go one-on-one with their fans, and a lot of it being families, with their certain creative decision making, and but I think they're eventually the pockets will shift, and they'll learn that you don't want to pick your battles with the consumers, and let's just start keeping the main thing, and you clearly very much get rewarded when you put out good content, so let's just keep doing that. Look, Woods and I went to the movie twice this weekend, man. It is so freaking expensive, dude. I mean, what are we doing? 2 white monsters at the Cinemark for a 10 a.m. movie was $13.
Goodness.
That is the most I've ever paid for a white monster. Ever. $13. That wasn't including the $26 that I paid for tickets to go watch Avatar in the XD thing.
Totally worth it.
Yeah.
It would have been cheaper over at Premiere, bro.
Yeah, but I might have got stabbed walking in the parking lot. But, I mean, like $40.
That's insane, dude.
For a 10 a.m. movie. It wasn't even like a 6 p.m. because, Avatar's over 3 hours. And so I'm like, well, we're going to go in the morning and see it.
Do they let you pause it to piss? Because That's long, dude.
Brother, I was fighting for, especially because I drank a Monster during it, fighting for my life. That last 30 minutes of the movie, like literally right as the screen went dark, I was, what's in the test?
I had to take a break.
I
had to take a break.
Sprinting down the stairs. I mean, I almost jumped over the railing, like, and just hopped on the ground, like, just like to get out of there. But Sunday we went and saw The Housemaid for a $12.50 showing. Tickets were only $7, and we went stopped at TXB on the way there, Dana, and picked up some snacks, and then went and stuck it in, you know. And still, we got 2 drinks, two things of candy, and I might have got one of the TXB beef sticks, and it was $17.
You got to sign up for that Chug Club, man.
No, I got all that. And then for 2 white monsters, I got for $13 at the Cinemark.
That's crazy.
I mean, I used to love going to the movies, man. Love it. And I still do. I still have a good time. I mean, sometimes the theater etiquette is hit or miss, and I think that's more of just a societal thing. But
don't watch Wicked.
Yeah. But like, I mean, if you're gonna get people, like, if we're gonna get people back in seats, man, you gotta make. I mean, how does a family of 4 go see Star Wars, the new Mandalorian Grogu movie, on a Saturday at 4 p.m.? It's gonna cost $65 to get in the movie.
Yep.
Before you get anything to eat or drink for the kids.
Yep.
I don't get it, man. We got to do something. There's got to be a way to. And then on top of that, we get in there, dude. Saturday, 10 a.m. I understand it's early. Get in there, walk in. We're the only people there. Not a word. No. Hey, good morning. Welcome to Cinemark. You know, scan your ticket. Hey, you know, enjoy your movie. You know, blah blah blah. Nothing. Just it'll be on the left over here. Like, I mean,
NPCs, man.
I mean, I guess because I work at a bank, you know, where customer service just beat into me. Like, I guess, you know, I think about it more now. Now, I'll shout out the guy on Sunday. He was nice. He was a good dude. Said, hey, welcome to Cinemark. Good afternoon. Enjoy your show. You know, shout out to that guy. But the girl on Saturday.
You're not new.
I mean, we got to get it together. Like, I cannot justify paying the amount of money it costs to get into any place now, and you're not going to give me good service.
Look, and we were talking about Risk, the Shadow Scarlet Fire, your alt, Eris Corban. That's why we wait until it hits Disney Plus or Walmart Blu-ray.
You're the Risk.
And I will tell you, I wait. I was gonna. I'm a huge Tron fan. And when Ares, I was like, you got Jared Leto. Okay, whatever.
Don't say that.
Come on, bro.
Whatever, let's go.
He has so much promise.
But I was like, I can't. I'm scared. I'm scared of what they're going to do after what happened in the other movie.
Did you watch it?
I didn't go to the theater to watch it. I started it because it's on Disney Plus now. We started it, I guess, Sunday. We were going to watch it. Charlotte and I punched it up. We got about 30 minutes in, maybe. And I looked over and I was like, I can't do this. This is terrible. And she goes, I'm glad we didn't pay money for this. And I was done 10 minutes in. So
the second Tron was. The second Tron wasn't that good. The first one was really good, but the second one, it was very hit or miss.
So, you know, here's an example of your quality, right? Like we talked about this on the show last week, where people's butts are not in seats because the quality of the shows are terrible and the production quality isn't there the way it used to be. And we're not saying that lightly. Like we go to the repeatable view movies multiple times. Oppenheimer, or he brought up Dunkirk, was a great big cinema movie. You can't get that. When I was expecting from Tron, that same sort of feel, but I was so fearful I didn't go to the theater, and I'm glad that I didn't. Unbelievable. You're
But who's to say? Maybe it would have been better in the theater, being just fully immersed.
I just said the story sucked.
Yeah, but I mean, tell me you've watched an Avatar movie outside of the theater.
Yeah, several times. Pretty good.
And how has those stories been?
I like them. I really do. I like the Avatar.
I don't know. The stories for me are never really good. Although this last one was really good.
I thoroughly enjoyed. The second one's probably my favorite, but to be fair, I did not see the first one in theaters when it came out. My dad, I think it was like the 3D one we tried to go to, and it just, the flying made young Cam a little nauseous. So I never went to see it. The second one I love the family story of the second one. I enjoyed this third one. I mean, it was a little long, but the thing is like, and it's the thing they're doing now. And, I haven't seen Landman, but I've heard, the drive from Lubbock to Corpus and bros there like same day or whatever. There's some scenes in Avatar where I feel like we missed out on like 5 to 10 minutes of traveling. And I think it would have been, because I just love the world. I love the visual look of the world. And I think it would have been cool to see that. And like, I think we need to get away from this fast traveling nonsense. Like there's ways to incorporate it in your story to where, we're not just they're not from point A to point B and they're, like we can fix that. Although I still thoroughly enjoyed it and would watch it again, but the second one for me was still my favorite and probably the most beautiful movie I've ever seen outside of Dune 2.
That was a pretty movie.
Of December, huh? Doomsday. You ready for that?
See, that's like, which one do I go see first?
Both. Ooh. They're both going to be long.
I think I'm seeing Dune 3 first. I'm not going to lie to you. I think I'm seeing Dune 3.
I don't know.
What's the other one? You said Dune 3 or?
Avengers Doomsday. It might be better to do Doomsday first, get a movie out of the way, because that one's going to be so hit or miss. It's either going to be a really good movie, or it's going to be one of the worst Avengers.
Hold up. Sidebar. Doomsday. What do I need to watch before Doomsday?
Just watch a fucking YouTube video, bro. I mean, you don't.
Thunderbolts was really good.
There hasn't been any build up to anything we're going. I would just watch maybe like the Fantastic Four movie, and
I haven't seen that yet,
so I think you'd probably be okay.
Because they're bringing in a lot of older content, like from the original, like from X-Men and Fantastic Four.
Yeah,
that kind of stuff. There's so much. Colossus apparently might show up and fight the Thing.
Oh, nice.
I don't know. Which means you have to watch Deadpool.
Yeah, I wouldn't put much thought into it, bro. I still think it's gonna be cool. I love the Thor teaser. It also like almost decanonizes Love and Thunder to a certain extent. Or not decanonizes it, but like makes Thor more serious, which I think the Russos do Thor really well. I'm just, we'll see where it goes. Hey, you know what? They're taking a swing. Multiverse, Dr. Doom, Robert Downey, great actor, bringing back some of the fellas. Hopefully Doom just kills a lot of people and we get, some recasts of Avengers, and the X-Men are now in the MCU, and we'll see where it goes.
I mean, this one shouldn't end off a lot of stories yet. They still got Secret Wars or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Not Secret Wars.
I think Secret Wars is where they're going to reset
Secret Wars.
Everything. Yeah, they're doing Secret Wars.
You're thinking of Secret Invasion.
Sorry, I got it mixed up.
Which, by the way, I thought Secret Invasion was a great show. There was a lot of dialogue. I love dialogue.
That shit was.
Anyways, can I just say, talking about Thor, I loved seeing that like post on Twitter with Taika Waititi saying that he recognizes he has the worst Thor movie.
Yeah,
it just warmed in my heart so much.
Going to start.
I love him, but that was not a good Thor movie. I mean, you're coming from Ragnarok, which kind of sucks, but you know, it's like Green Day following up American Idiot. Like, how do you follow up American Idiot?
It's literally not like. I mean, don't get me wrong. I laughed during Thor: Love and Thunder at a lot of points, but I was like, I remember looking at Woods like halfway through it. I'm like, this is one of the worst MCU movies I've ever seen.
It wasn't as bad as
felt out of place.
It was not as bad as Thor 2, but it was pretty close.
Thor has had some of the best movies and some of the worst movies in the MCU.
There's no like Iron Man 3. Like, I mean, it was all right. We'd watch it again. It's like you have two Thor movies that you're watching, and then you have 2 others that you are just not even rewatching.
Thor 1, Thor 2, Thor 3, Thor 4. Which means Thor 5.
What would be one legacy or legend type character to bring into life again? Would you want a character like we talked a little of Leia, maybe some side stuff of her in between years? What might you want to see more Thrawn? No, like like there's some other like we talked about Wedge. We touched on Wedge once before. I'd love to see, and maybe they'll do some of this in that Starfighter series. I don't know where it takes place on the timeline, but
that was after the sequels, or like,
is it? I don't know.
I don't know.
But I'd love to see some of that stuff, right? Like the some missions and some rogue squadron type stuff. That could be something I wouldn't mind seeing if done
5 years after 9.
5 years after what?
9.
Oh man, that Ray teaser at the end of that movie is gonna hit like crack.
Ray will return.
or a little Finn cameo with the lightsaber.
I think
they're bringing John Boyega back though.
We need some X-Wing content. Give us some Wedge. Give us some Karan Horn. Maybe a teaser. Don't even bring him in. Just like mention his name. Maybe he just is. Maybe you don't focus on Rogue Squadron. You focus on this other one. But you just hear a talk about Rogue Squadron and Karan Horn, and then that's it.
Ryan Gosling is Karan Horn.
5 years after Episode 9.
Yeah.
So we saw Wedge in Episode 8. Yeah, no, 7, 8, 9. We saw Wedge in Episode 9. And if they are rebuilding the New Republic, whatever that ends up being, then you could bring him in as an instructor or as a consultant. You know what I'm saying? You could bring in those
old
and transition. That's what I'm saying. Like as a teacher, not a pilot.
60s, 70s, like he'll be old.
And you got to keep that alive. That whole Ewan McGregor and I forget that guy's name. Uncle and nephew.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just bring Ewan McGregor back.
One more time till he's 80. So that's one I'd like to see. Some sort of Starfighter, something from that era, expanded on. And characters like Wedge brought in, if they're done in a way that's respectful, you could even hand off the baton. And I guess that's what I was getting at after Episode 9. 5 years later, he's just there to, oh yeah, we faced this when we were at the Battle of Tanab, or whatever. I don't know.
Because Poe would be the character, right? To give it off to.
Like maybe you're looking at a Maverick type situation where Poe is now aging out and he's having to lead and instruct Yeah, and you have
I mean,
to.
it's only
'Cause
5 years after, but yeah.
that was one of the things in this last movie I'm watching now with The Last Jedi, where yes, they kind of hurt Poe's strength as a leader in that movie a little bit.
His masculinity, they emasculated him.
Yeah, to use Cam's word.
You gotta
But
call it like you see it, man.
You got to call it like you see it.
but I know they were trying to show a growth opportunity for him and then show him grow. And I'm always down for that. But they totally mishandled it. They made him look like a wimp and not someone strong and realizing his wrong in a very strong manner. And that lightens that lesson to learn in that story. Not only does it emasculate him, it lightens that piece of learning, and it sucks. So I think they could use that. I think they could do that and bridge that gap. And now you're letting us care about these characters that are the newer characters like Poe. You're transitioning, and whatever new Ryan Gosling, whatever that new character is. Now you've got, Wedge trying to say you got to be patient with him. You've got to teach him. Remember, you were this hothead kid. Those tropes, right? We know those tropes exist in all these Starfighter or Airfighter series. So let those tropes live and tell it from a Star Wars perspective. I'm totally down with that.
So what if hypothetically,
hear me out. What
if Ryan Gosling, okay, just hear me out. What if he plays a clone, kind of like a duplicate? Blade Runner 2048.
Oh yeah, okay, duh.
That was a good movie.
I'm like,
sorry.
What are you talking about? Oh Jesus, here we go.
Another franchise with both Han and Ryan.
Oh yeah, there is.
Harrison Ford,
There you go.
yeah.
What
Sorry,
would you like to see? From
There's
the
a
legend. Good.
There's a couple. I mean, they kind of already did Kyle Katarn with Cassian Andor.
Cassian, yeah.
So, Loki, hear me out. If we're gonna get this new Rey, she's building her Jedi Order. What if we get a little Kip Duran?
Ooh.
Why do I know that name? What was that from? What book was that from?
He is one of the Luke's pupils in the Jedi Academy trilogy that falls under Exar
why I don't know
Kun's.
Exar. Yeah.
That's why I don't remember it. I skipped it.
Oh my goodness.
It was a rough read. iJedi does that story so much better.
Yeah.
Bro.
Well, but iJedi kind of touches on. I mean, that's half the book, but it doesn't give you all of them. It really just talks about Quran Horn. But it is so good. It's such a good book. Honestly, if you don't like reading but you want to read Legends, just skip the trilogy. You get enough of it in iJedi.
Just don't waste your time, bro. Don't. I've come to the point where I did not enjoy that series so much that I just don't read any of that author's like Legends stuff.
Who was it?
Like
it was
Kevin
J. Anderson.
Yeah,
Kevin Anderson. Yeah.
I don't like some of his stuff. I don't like his writing.
I think he did Dark Crystal too.
I didn't read that
one.
Tough
one to get through.
Yeah.
But
although after iJedi, like the must reads are Timothy Zahn with the Thrawn duology, so just skip the trilogy.
I have Timothy Zahn's autograph saying.
I'm reading the Han Corellian trilogy. I've heard that's good.
I heard it was really good. Yeah,
I'm doing that one, and then I'm getting to the Thrawn stuff, and then I'll start NJO.
Dude, so, once you get into Thrawn, I need to hear
the old one.
The what?
Han trilogy, you said?
It's the Corellian trilogy. The Corellian trilogy.
Legends.
Yeah, it's old Legends. It's I think if I remember when I was on Reddit, I was talking to people about it. It was like there's a weapon that's touched on in the Vong War that comes from Corellia or something like that, and that's why this trilogy is necessary. I'm actually kind of enjoying it. I'm like a quarter of the way through the first book, and I've liked pretty much a lot of it. I mean, the kids are a little older, so it's cool.
The Hutt Gambit, Paradise Snare, and the other.
I haven't read all 3 of them, but I have read Hutt Gambit.
AC Crispin, yeah.
So I'm pretty excited. I mean, I'm kind of itching to get to NJO, and I don't just want to like hop in and like not really know what some of these characters are. I'm not reading the young adult novels with Jason and Jaina. I'm gonna be YouTubing that, so because I know there's some characters in there that I'm just you can't find them anywhere. You go try to find them on eBay, people are selling them for like a firstborn child. I'm like, yeah, I don't really care to have it that much.
I guess it's because no one really cared for that series, so it wasn't printed as much.
Yeah, because it's like true young adult novel type stuff.
So, nope.
Yeah, and then he did this, and then he did that, and then with this he did that.
Yeah,
and then he put it in a big hat.
Oh, I think.
So what do you think of that?
I think it's so. I think after the Corellian, it's the 2 Thrawn books, and then it's
yes, the duology.
What's oh God, what is the name of that book? It's the one where Luke and Mara get married. Oh my God, what is the name? I literally have it in the closet or in the other room.
Oh,
it is Star Wars Union.
No, it's not that.
That's a comic book series. It happens in Survivor's Quest.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the Black Fleet Crisis, not super fun, and it's not canon either because it doesn't even make any sense with the prequels. So, yeah.
What about the first one? It's
Survivor's Crest.
R.A. Salvatore starts in J.O. and then it's Dark Tide. Yeah.
Bro,
I started that book by R.A. Salvatore and finished it and decided I was not going to continue down that 20 novel series or whatever it was.
I mean, these authors,
I have not
looking
read
at them,
War. Huh?
These authors are insane, though. Salvatore,
the authors in that series is
James Luceno, like, dang.
I just want to let y'all know we peaked at 16 viewers at one point.
Oh my goodness! Hell yeah!
It's a great show. Shout out to everybody.
And we'll put your comments. You want to comment?
We literally didn't talk about Star Wars for the first like 30 minutes of the show too.
No, we didn't. So don't be bait and switch. And
for all my Thrawn lovers, don't forget, read this book. Good book.
Yeah,
I have all the chapters marked out.
Bro, if you are a Star Wars fan, you need to listen or read or both.
Honestly, listen. Like, Mark Thompson does such a great job, with everything.
Honestly, man, you don't need like Star Wars. Listen to the book, dude. It's a good book, man. It's a good trilogy. If
there's any books to listen to, even if you don't like old Star Wars, the new Thrawn stuff. Mm-hmm. Mark Thompson is such an amazing narrator, and I haven't read that many other Star Wars books on like Audible, but the ones that he does, there's sound effects, there's music, there's just ambient noise. It puts you into the story. It's so good.
And the Revenge of the Sith novel. Always recommend that one.
Amen.
Audible have it?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'd buy it for you right now.
If you ever need an Audible with a lot of books, let me know. I have a lot of Star Wars books, mostly Thrawn.
Thrawn. Looking at the Legends timeline, I know there's games and stuff, but if you just look at the books of the Old Republic, and and just how little books there are, but how fire each one of them is. I mean, that's pretty impressive, bro. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, Knight Errant.
Specifically, Old Republic. Revan, Deceived, Fatal Alliance, Annihilation, Path of Destruction.
Then the main
Two.
trilogy.
Listen, if they are just
7
freaking
books.
messing with me on this damn game, and that's not Bastila at the end of that freaking trailer, I'm gonna do bad things.
Do you really want them to bring in Revan again? Like, truly, with how they have a big history of a lot of Legends characters not going so well.
He's probably
Thrawn
not
is about the only good one.
He's probably not even like, they probably won't even be in a relationship. They'll probably go a different route with Revan.
No,
Revan will be a
that's what I
female.
want to know. I want to see what that is.
They're gonna gender swap. They're gonna keep them getting married. They're going to do all of this, which is just so extra. When I just want a good story.
They can't help themselves, bro.
I hope not, man.
I hope not too, but I mean, we're literally like in everything, bro. Like we're kind of just getting proven right.
So, okay, so video games. What happened to Eclipse? I heard it's still on, but do we know when? Last I saw, it was like into 2025. But that
and they still have the website open. I am surprised.
Yeah, they do.
I'll believe it when I see it, man.
There is nothing. There's just no updates on the website, at least.
No, yeah, here's the website. Oh, I'm not sharing. Hold on.
Oh, wait, I see something on Reddit.
There we go.
They explain the game is still in development as they announce the new multiplayer title.
Who's making it?
That is a great question. Let me scroll all the way down.
Quantic Dream.
Do you
remember the trailer?
Yeah, that doesn't sound super promising.
Oh, they've done Detroit Beyond Human. Okay, I can see it.
Let's see if we can get pinged for this.
And you're pinged.
A trailer that got everyone excited, but no one knows what the hell we're watching.
Yeah, I mean, the only really good game, in my opinion, that they made was Detroit Become Human.
I don't know that.
It's a really good game. I do recommend
it. Do we even know what this is about?
High Republic. I think it's supposed to be at the start of it. I don't know.
I mean, this was 4 years ago.
Yeah, people believe they made the trailer to just drum up developer. What is it? Developer talent. Yeah. Is that Yaddle?
Yaddle? 3PO.
Oh, it's C-3PO. Is that Luke Skywalker? Oh, it's Quinlan Voss.
Oh, this means we get a massage if we get Quinlan.
The Trade Federation. Yeah.
So they spent all their money on this trailer and have done nothing for development. That's probably
To be fair, it is a damn good trailer.
What does it mean?
It's Voldemort. Avada Kedavra. Darth Sion? I know that bald head anywhere.
Yeah, that dude was in Doom.
He's hungry.
That's the Baron. It's the Baron in Doom, bro. Wow, I cannot wait for this massive MMO that they're coming out with for this game, because that's totally what it's going to be. There's zero shot that's going to be any RPG, bro.
Are you serious? You think so? You think it's totally gonna be?
Yeah, just totally, bro. And not saying that it can't be good, but I mean that's totally what's happening, bro.
The fact that Star Wars: The Old Republic can still make more stuff on Legends content. Give me another MMORPG. I'm here for it. Come on. Give me a canon one. I'm here for it. Please.
God. I mean, Eclipse is old news, but come on, man. It just looks so cool.
It was such a cool trailer.
Do it. Yeah, too bad you used all your... It's going to be like Dash Rendar.
We're going to be waiting for it just like GTA 6.
Zane and I might have grandkids by the time that game comes out.
Man.
Speaking of MMORPGs that I just brought up, totally. Can I just say how insane it is? They're still putting out like story content for Star Wars: The Old Republic. Like Malgus is still in here. He is still the villain.
That game is popping, brother. Hold on, let's see.
Dude, it's so much fun.
190 subs. That's it, man.
Nah, it is more than that.
Where do you go see Zero,
bro?
I actually bought the deluxe whatever to get in 2 days before or whatever, and oh god, I was so excited, and everything was crashing. It sucked. The servers couldn't handle the load. It was amazing though, man. That game was so cool. And that's the game I think I got you into to get you into MMORPGs, right?
Yeah. It is an amazing game is what it is at the end of the day.
Where's the active player list? Do you have to go on like Safari or does it show it on Steam?
It should show it on Steam. I'm trying to figure out what list I put it under.
This guy's got, looking at the reviews, this guy's got 1,084 hours, bro, on it. Bro, go see your family.
I have over 1,000 hours. I only have 36 hours on Steam because that's when I saw it was on Steam.
This guy has 3,300 hours, bro.
Where do I see this? I don't even know how to see. Oh, no.
The Reddit says it's about 4 to 5K on average.
Which honestly is not that bad.
That's crazy, bro.
Right now, currently, there are 4,056 in-game.
19,000 people have played the game today.
That's not a lot of people.
I don't know. They're putting in this same-ish quality that they did back then. That's not bad.
I think it's
a game this old
of life.
I don't know. It got that second. It was near end of life before they redid everything. Yeah. Added a bunch more story, and because they really, a lot of people didn't like Night of the Fallen Empire or whatever it was. But this new stuff's really good.
If you listen to me, EA, if you're listening to me, please. We yearn for Battlefront 3, bro. We yearn for it. Please give it to us. We want it. We need it. Please. Thank you.
Yes. Battlefront 3. I'm down.
Yes. We yearn for it. Bro, I still need to the children definitely yearn for the mines. Bring back child labor. We definitely I still need to play. There's like, I guess, another story after the Battlefront 2 that came with like the Celebration Edition or whatever. I still need to play that. I've heard it's pretty good.
It's really good.
Like isn't that part 2 of Iden?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got both those. It's fun.
I never played that one, so
the story in those games were good, or in that game was good.
I played the main story. That was pretty much it. So
they did Luke right.
They did do Luke right. I mean, yeah. All of it's pretty sick. Minus the microtransactions at the start. That was kind of unfortunate, but like again, that was couldn't help.
And now there's no microtransactions.
Nope.
What if I wanted to buy a skin?
Too bad. I've got tons of these coins. I don't even know what the hell to do with.
You buy skins. I think you can roll for clone trooper skins if you don't want to buy them all.
It's like it's like Halo Infinite right now. Like, I mean, they finally make the game like in its probably one of its better states, and they do all the right things for the community in terms of giving people access to your content without them getting into, hundreds of dollars of credit card debt. Because we know people aren't paying their credit cards, and you can't lie to me because statistics show it. But it's like no one cares anymore. They're already on to the next slop. So,
like Super Smash Brothers Ultimate, it's in the best state it is now. No, it's in the best. It's in the best state right now, but they stopped updating.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. We've been picking up Halo a lot recently, and it just makes me really sad. Like Legacy Movement with Infinite like graphics, super fun, but just no one's on it. You get to swap the Spartan coins for in-game, customizations, and there's a store for it, but just no one's on it, bro.
And the customizations in that game after the first year or two, because I was a beta tester, I was a day one player.
Yeah,
they got good after a year or two.
The UI still absolute dog shit.
Oh yeah. Every time I try to load a character, it takes 20 minutes, no matter if I'm on my Wi-Fi here, I'm on the internet home.
You better not try to equip anything while you're loading into a match, because you're not getting that shit on your Spartan, bro.
No, I think my game crashed once doing that.
Yeah.
It just is so much.
The moral of the story of tonight is, man, the people yearn. Yearn for good content and the minds. They yearn for good stuff.
Yeah.
If you give good stuff, the people will pay whatever. Just give good stuff.
Yep.
I mean, look at, what is it, Silk Song? That game came out, crashed the Steam store. That never happens.
This Arc Raiders game?
It was a $20, $30 game.
This Arc Raiders is what, like $40? People are playing the hell out of that game.
Yeah. When Helldivers 2 got big, people were playing that. Exactly. For democracy. Yeah, I mean, people yearn for good games. That's an amazing quote.
Good content. They yearn for good content. That's what he said. And I agree. It sucks that some of the content that we're getting, and it's going to always be hit or miss, right? And let's be real. We romanticize the old days. We all do. And so, yes, and maybe some of it is the prequels don't look so bad up against the sequels. So we romanticize how good the prequels were. But no, honestly, I think if they're moving the content along in a fashion that touches on the past but bridges to the future and not just kill the past, ultimately, like you said, Zane, the Old Republic, that was a brand new world with zero connection to
the closest KOTOR, and that still takes place 300 years before or something.
So you can do it if you do it well. You can create something new without any connection. You chose to Disney chose to use those people in connection, those legacy characters, and you did them bad. It's easy to Monday morning quarterback this kind of stuff, but it is what it is, man. Sorry, Disney, you have to up.
I have a question for y'all. Do you think this is a Star Wars / Disney thing, or do you think this is a thing that's happening in a lot of media nowadays? Because from what I've noticed, when you talk about that, you look at Marvel, and Marvel's just been, in no better words, shitting the bed. That's just how it is. You look at video games like Call of Duty, horrible. You look at Assassin's Creed. I mean, yes, I loved Odyssey. Yes, Shadows was okay. The one before it was okay. It's no AC2. We're not getting the same kind of content as we used to. And we know they're capable of doing it. They've done it multiple times. We've gotten Ragnarok after some pretty weird misses. We had Endgame. I mean, Endgame was a great movie. I think Moon Knight was a really good series. I think Eternals was a good movie. Shang-Chi was a breath of fresh air.
That was fun.
Then we get weird series like Falcon and Winter Soldier, like She-Hulk, all this stuff. They come out with Loki, which is amazing.
Not everything's going to be a hit, right? Like you're going to have some misses. And I think we're forgiving of it, we as fans. But the way in which those failed or that they missed is not the way that the Acolyte missed. It's totally not the same. And we're not going to get into it because we already have. Yeah. But when you're missing in that way, that hard, you're swinging for the fences and you're totally not even guessing the right pitch, man. And I think that the risks that Marvel has taken in some of the shows that they've done, yes, they were doing some not fan service, but decision maker service, political service in some cases. And in doing so, they did lose some support as well. And I think the lesson for them is you're making decisions because you think they're going to make you money. You're not making decisions because the creativity drives you to those decisions. There, yes. I said it. I think that's what I'm trying to get at in all these. The creativity is not driving your success. You're trying to drive success through another means and pushing. So at some point, swinging for the fences on a basketball court. Yes, exactly.
That's perfect.
Oh, man.
No, it's real. I mean, you look at all the horrible year that Marvel had, and then they made Deadpool 3, which Deadpool 3 didn't try to pander to any one audience. They just did their own thing, and they did it well, and people liked it.
Yeah.
You
knew what to expect, and we talked about that with Skeleton Crew. You knew what to expect. Acolyte, you did not, and we kind of started to during the press tour. But when you make those decisions, you're going to isolate and alienate a large chunk of your fan base. We are almost at 2 hours. I know we started late. Spooky had to point that out, or no, Shadow, Eris Corban had to point that out. We were late when we started, but that's okay. It's because we were talking in the pre-show about silly stuff like an old podcast I did and the After Dark music that we had custom made for us. It was brilliant. Yep. But Andrew, sorry we lost you, man. I dig the hair,
brother.
Got to throw that out there. I dig the hair. We're just grieving on you, man. It's all good. Any?
Sorry, it was a misclick.
Jeez. What do you got going on? You said you practiced a shit ton last week. You got a show coming up?
Yeah. Well, this weekend, this Saturday, we're playing at Happy Cow down in New Braunfels, Texas. We're calling it a live practice, but honestly, y'all come out because we're not expecting that many people. We're opening up for a guy called Cole Stevens. It's a completely different vibe, but we're running our full set with transitions, with everything. We're trying to make this as awesome as possible of a set for us personally. So, if you want to see our full hour-long set, there it is. If you can't make it, I think it's February 7th. I'm doing a quick check right here. I think it's February 7th. We are in Austin, Texas at Sagebrush. We're opening up for a guy called Colton Moore. Going to be a lot of fun time. It'll be a quick 45-minute set from us, but I mean, it'll be really hammered down. You're going to have a lot of fun. I can guarantee it. To guarantee your money back, just let me know.
No cover.
It's gonna have to come out of my pocket.
Okay. Awesome.
But yeah, that's
Thanks,
it. Yeah. Mhm.
And for those who don't know, we is Thomas Babiak.
Yes, Thomas Babiak. Look him up on Spotify, Instagram. I mean, I don't know why you would.
Down there?
No, he's not. But if you want to see, I think I have him tagged in my thing. You just follow my Insta to see anywhere I'm at. Yeah. Just quick promo. Yeah, just look at that at Zane_Martin_. I don't think it's my thing. I think it's Zane_Martin_music now. So, that was there for so long. But yeah, a lot of fun. All
right,
you're gonna enjoy it.
Drum your arms off.
Oh, I do.
Cam, you got anything coming up, man?
No, man, nothing.
Did you get to golf this weekend?
No, we just went to the movies and kind of chill weekend. Been pretty hectic, so just been kind of chilling.
Awesome.
It's cold too, man. If it's under 60, I'm not going to play. Saying it's windy, I'm good.
Oh yeah, that wind.
I'm good.
The wind's fine so long as it's always going right to left for me. Yeah. Always needs to go right to left for me.
I mean, I wanted to get up and practice on Sunday, but I just didn't. I kind of slept in, so I'll probably go try to play this weekend or something.
Awesome. All right. That's it for our show for tonight. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, man, we hit 16 simultaneous viewers. We thank you all for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Be sure to like. Hit that. Hit the bell so that you know whenever we're going live, which is every Tuesday at 8. This was show 102, and we have been on air for a little over 2 years, so you get a show almost every week. I don't know what we'll talk about next week, but we'll figure it out. Thanks for your input. Thanks for the comments. Thanks for your engagement. And again, bye, Andrew. Sorry you couldn't hang for the rest of the show. Thank you, Eris or Shadow, for joining us tonight as well for so long. And for the rest of you, always remember, peace is a lie. There's only passion. Good night.